The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Here's Tank down to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Here's Stroud. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
First and 10, it's Pierce.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They go again with Pierce. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright. They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. That one complete. It's Tank down.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line.
Now Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And Stroud now to throw.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Stroud now on 2nd down.
And his throw here is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Stroud on 3rd down now.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And his kick is indeed good. And it's now 3-0 Texans.
Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
How many times do we say in this game, speed kills, and he does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And this is incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And one more time, here's Kirk.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. For Kirk, there's a peek at the numbers in last week's game. 4 catches, 55 yards.
And you can tell early, they're going to look his way quite a bit, and he made himself available on that one.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN.
And he'll go down at the 28.
That one a first down pickup of 8. The Jaguars at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
They'll run with ETN.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the Texans' 15-yard line.
Now Lawrence.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Now Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown!
Zay Jones.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Jaguars are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Dameon Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. You look at this Jaguar defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. Pierce now up the middle. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down at 7. Stroud to throw it. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, you left no doubt about that one, because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd down and 8. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he can't.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
2nd down, here's a run with Bigsby. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep is Tank Dell. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Stroud looking to throw. And he's got Jordan complete right side. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Texans.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. Fights through him. Fights free at the 5. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 55 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now that was a big run. It takes them all the way down to the 1-yard line, and that'll shake the confidence of any defense. So when they're looking for a little bit of support now, looking at their defensive coordinator, if I'm him, I dial up some pressure. I just go after them, because otherwise you're still playing back on your heels, and that's not going to help your defense at all.
Pierce is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. An extra point attempt to follow here. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape. That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, it's ETN off the option. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. This 2nd and 4. Lawrence. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And they will come back to the spot on the fumble. So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Stroud. And incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And now the 3rd down through.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They go play action now. Lawrence. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
But to throw again is Lawrence. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. get the football. That's what they want.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Short throw into the hands of Jordan.
So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll start our tour right here in Florida. The New York Giants flying south to take on Tampa Bay. And it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. The Giants looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, we head up to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Devontae Adams, a touchdown reception. We saw Dameon Pierce put together a strong performance in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris. Now 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Lawrence. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the Texans will take over.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a handoff for Pierce. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Now Stroud.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
And Stroud now to throw. He gets this one to Mechie.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
Give to Pierce.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to be incomplete.
That's kind of the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And his kick is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16 to 10.
So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they doubled that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And he returns this to the 22.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Another tote for Etienne.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the 1st down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, Bigsby.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Lawrence, now this is Etienne on the draw.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side He's got it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Dameon Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Over the middle, complete. That's Jordan.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Stroud.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
I think you could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Stroud on 3rd down now.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Finally heading down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now Lawrence.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
2nd and 7 from the 20. Running out of the gun with ETN.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
ETN once more.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Ready?
Stroud now on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Stroud to throw it. His throw incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one goes for 24 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Now a throw here, hold in, and he gets it down to the 32. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Stroud looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Take Dell now to return it. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Another carry for Pierce to about the 40-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down, and that is the big one, as they should be able to run it out from here. 2nd and 11.
Defense, 1 stop.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Going for it with Pierce. And they do get this across midfield to the 49. A small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars. Down 24-17. 26 seconds to go. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger. Right to the right sideline. And it falls incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now Lawrence. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. It was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So for the Texans, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year, and they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.